Let's breathe together. Start with your posture on your back, still in your bed, on the sofa, on the floor, maybe in your recliner kicked back. Put one hand on your belly and one hand on your rib cage. And pull the air in through both nostrils and pull it down. And as you do, the diaphragm moves down and your belly rounds up. And then you can feel your belly round up and you can feel your rib cage expand with the inhale. And then reverse the direction and let the air spill out. And feel your body as it lengthens and flattens. And then do it again. Pulling the air in through both nostrils. That nose knows what to do. Filters, warms, and humidifies the air. And then at the bottom, let the breath go. And you can let it go either out through the nose or out through your mouth. And let it go out all the way down. And keep breathing. Good. And this time pull the air in, and when you get to the top, so you're filled all the way up, take in 3 extra sniffs and fill that residual space. And then let it flow out, either out through your mouth or nose, all the way to the bottom. And at the bottom, let go of all of it with 3 extra puffs. And do it again, pulling the air in, and when you get to the top, 3 sniffs. And then out through the mouth or nose, and at the bottom, letting go of the last bit with 3 puffs. And building your lung capacity and building your own awareness of the breath and how sometimes the inhale is shorter than the exhale and sometimes vice versa. I'm just aware of that. And when you lengthen the inhale, you activate and get ready for action. Your digestion slows down, your heart rate speeds up, your blood pressure increases. It's ready for action. Is that a good thing? Well, sure, if you need to move out of the way of an oncoming truck, huh? So both phases are good. And when you notice that the exhale is longer, when the exhale lengthens, you become calmer and the blood pressure lowers and the heart rate lowers. And is that a good thing? Sure. Sure it is, depending on what you're doing or what's needed. And what we need is both states, and we need the ability to move between the two so we don't get stuck. In modern life, I think the tendency is to get stuck in the more active state. And so we're learning more and more techniques and practicing how to increase or utilize the state of calm that we can create, and to notice our own selves in our own life and how our breath is balanced at different times, and then adjust it. And the practice of the sniff and puff breath is a good practice to establish that relationship with the length of both the inhale and the exhale and their effects and the usefulness in our life. Good. Let's do some isometric exercises to get started. We talked yesterday about how when we drive our cars and we drive over a curve or we hit an unbelievable pothole or bump, that sometimes our wheels get out of alignment. And when our wheels get out of alignment, things in our car wear out more rapidly because they're not lined up. And we're sort of like our cars, and we do have a lot of bumps in life. And lining up is a good practice. Let's use our isometric exercises to line up. Lying on your back with your feet next to each other, bring them together and line them up so that the ball of the foot, the toe ball on each foot lines up with the other foot, and then the middle of the foot lines up and touches each other, and then bring the heels together and make sure all three spaces are touching, and breathe in through both nostrils and hold your feet in that position. Now notice your knees. Have your knees rolled in toward one another? Have they rolled out away from one another? And now you want to straighten your knees so that they are over your second toe. And your feet stay together. And your knees are above the second toe. And this requires some tension and tightening your butt. And you'll feel it in your thighs, and you hold your feet in that position and you breathe. Alerting those muscles of the action needed to hold your feet and your knees and your hips in an aligned position. And just breathe to it. Do 3 to 5 breaths. And now, in that position, push your heels away from your body and pull your toes back towards your head and maintain that alignment. Notice your knees and bend them just a little, not too much pressure, and hold in that position as you breathe with your feet together and your knees centered over your toe, and breathe. And when your 5 breaths are complete, release and let go, and feel the tension that lets go out of your butt and your legs and your feet, your calves. Good. And then do it again. Feet together, toe ball, middle of the foot, heel, knees either rolled in or out so they're lined up over that second toe. Hold that tension, tighten up your bottom, your glutes, and hold. And now push the heel away from the body, the heels, and pull the toes back toward the head, and hold that alignment while you do those 3 to 5 breaths. It's amazing how hard this is. Or maybe you're like the perfectly lined up person who can do this easily. If you pick up cramps, let go of a little bit and lighten up a bit. Cramps are good because they indicate that the body is aware, but you don't want to go too far. And when your 3 to 5 breaths are complete, release and let go. Good. And this morning we're going to do our practice of breath walk, and so it's good to remind ourselves of the alignment of our feet and our knees and our hips, because we're going to go walking in our beds or sitting in a chair. Find the place where you're going to go for the walk, and we're going to use the sniff breath. To start, we're going to work with the breath, and the sniff breath comes in equal sniffs. There's so many patterns for breath walk. There's a whole book written on it with lots of research, very interesting. This morning, the pattern we're going to use is a 4-1 pattern. 4 sniffs in on the inhale, 1 out on the exhale. So the in-breath is sniffs and the out-breath is an exhale, either out through your mouth or your nose, or a combination. Sniffing in through both nostrils, breathing out through both the mouth and the nose, either one or both. And it sounds like this. Sniff in to fill all the way and let your body round up. Exhale out and let the body lengthen and flatten. Practice it with me. 4 sniffs in, filling to the top, even sniffs, and 1 long exhale. And now we're going to add the feet and synchronize the movement of our feet with the breath. Moving the feet in rhythm with the breath. 4 count in and a 4 count out. In it's the sniff and out it's a long continuous. Try it. Move your feet and sniff the breath. Good. Keep going, moving the feet, coordinating it with the breath. 4 sniffs in and 1 long exhale. Counting mentally to yourself. The 4 count in with the sniffs and the 4 count out with the long exhale. And move your feet in rhythm with the breath. And right here in your own bed or sitting in a chair, your sofa, wherever you are, going for a walk, and breathe and move. Good. We'll go for 2 minutes. Continuing the mental count, the 4 sniffs in, filling all the way to the top, and the 1 long exhale. Out through either the mouth or the nose or a combination. Sniffing in through both nostrils, breathing out through the mouth or the nose. And keep moving your feet and coordinating that movement of your feet with your breath. Keeping that mental count. Almost there, about 30 more seconds. And now let the breath return to normal. Good. Listening to the sound of the birds in the bowls, lying quietly. Maybe today you'll have a chance to go outside. Maybe go outside and go for a real walk and use your breath technique. Or maybe go outside and sit in a chair and walk in place and let nature surround you and the calm and the rhythm of nature join the rhythm of your movement. Our brains get tired and they need a rest, so we slow them down and we stop the busy work. And we regulate our breath and we take in our beautiful natural surroundings. And when we're in nature, not only do we feel restored, but our mental performance improves too, our mood too. So if you get a chance today, take this outside and either walking or sitting in a chair and walking, enjoy the quiet and the calm and the rhythm of nature and give yourself a break. May the long time sun shine upon you, all love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Have a great day.